Okay, hello and welcome to the channel. You join me on this beautiful sunny day here in the Scottish borders in the UK. I'm back after 2 months working away out in the Middle East, and so I suppose it's time for a March update. But before we do that, roll the credits. Okay, ladies and gents, so here we are in sunny Scotland, and it's not very often you get the chance to say that. Well, I hope you're all doing well out in motorbike land. I'd just like to start by saying thoughts are going out to all the people in Ukraine. What an absolutely terrible situation that is. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to make the channel a political channel. All I'll say is that it's terrible, and I think we really should be doing more to help them. Anyway, on to brighter things. So where should I start with this March update? Well, first of all, I suppose I'll start with the bike. So let's have a little chat about how the bike's been running and whether there's been any issues. Okay, so normally all my regular viewers will know this is where I normally say, oh, the bike's been amazing and I've had no problems. Well, a little bit different this time. What I will say in the bike's defence is some of the problems I've caused myself with the bike. The first one is the chain. If you look back on the channel, last year I got a fastball contract where I had to be in London. At the drop of a hat I had to drop everything and just get myself down there. As a result, I ended up not cleaning the chain before I left for London, which was a big mistake. I'd been out riding it through the winter months with salt on the road, and the bike stood in the garage for 2 months and the chain just rusted. Absolutely terrible. To compound matters further, the bike needed a new fork seal, so it needed to go in the garage as soon as I got back from London, so I didn't clean the chain straight away. I thought, oh, I'll wait until I've ridden down to the bike shop and got the fork seal done. The bike ended up standing down there in the garage for a further 3 weeks due to circumstances out of my control. So, you know, it was nearly 3 months standing with a rusting chain, and as a result I now need a new chain. I've had to buy new sprockets as well, because although the sprockets have got plenty of life left in them, I don't like putting a new chain on part of the worn sprockets. I like to change them all in one go. So I've got the chain, I've got the rear sprocket, I'm just waiting for a new 15-tooth sprocket to be delivered, and then we'll be having a look at doing that job on the bike. As I mentioned, fork seal, that needed replacing. And other than that, the bike has been a pretty good, I have to say. No real issues, just general wear and tear. I had to replace the brake pads. Again, I messed up a little bit there. Before, I had the EBC organic brake pads on, which I found to be really, really good. And don't ask me why, but you know, instead of buying those again, I bought the EBC non-organic brake pads. Now, I've seen many posts on the internet where people say that the discs, the brake discs on the TRK rust really badly, and I could never understand it because I've never had an issue with rust on my brake pads. However, since fitting these non-organic brake pads on, I've started to get a little bit of rust. It's nothing major, but it drives my OCD mad because I hate having rust on my bike anywhere. and all I can put it down to is that it's residual dust off the brake pads that is rusting and not the actual discs. So yeah, lesson learned there. But other than that, the bike has been great. Oh, one other thing I must mention, there is a recall out at the moment for a small number of TRK bikes for the rear shock. I've checked my chassis number since getting back, and my bike is one of those bikes that needs the rear shock replacing. I've had no problems with the rear shock. It's running absolutely fine. I've done loads of miles, I've done tours, carrying loads of weight and all sorts. But however, it does need doing. So I phoned Benelli, I've got a dealer's number, I'm going to ring them tomorrow and get the bike booked in and get that done. Wow, just look at this everybody, it is absolutely stunning out here. This is literally half an hour away from where I live, and it just wows me every time I come down here. It's absolutely fantastic. So that is the bike covered. Okay, so let's talk about what we're actually going to be doing with the channel. To be honest, I haven't given it much thought. Not much of an update video, is it, this? I think tomorrow is going to be just the same as today, a really nice day. So I'm planning on going over to Smailham Tower. I've been threatening to do this video for a long time, so we'll get out there and we'll get the drone up and get some good footage for you. Another thing that I'm looking to do is going over to the Rosslyn Chapel near Edinburgh, taking a little ride out there and having a walk around there. It's somewhere that I've never been and I've always wanted to go, so hopefully we can get that done. Looking further afield, I think my big tour in this country this time is I'm going to do the Whiskey Trail. I'm going to visit all the major distilleries out in Scotland, so that should be a good tour. Most probably looking at around about 10 days to complete that tour. I've got a farmer behind me now, so I'm just going to pull over and let this guy go past me. Yeah, I'm hoping to do a little tour abroad as well. I think I most probably won't be taking the bike, but I will hire a bike once I get over there. Let's let him past. I cannot believe this weather, it is just so amazing. Hoping to do a few trips out with the wife as well. Get her out on her Honda NC 750. Give that a stretch of its legs as it's been in the garage sitting there for quite a while. I'm also thinking about putting my Honda Pan-European back on the road. It's sat in the garage now for a good 3 years, and you know, it's just a waste of a bike because it's dirt cheap to insure and tax, so I don't see any reason why that can't come back out on the road this summertime. Oh wow, just look at this countryside everybody, absolutely stunning. Okay, another thing that I'm considering as well, and I've been on about this, I was going to do it last year but I never got around to it because of the COVID thing. I am in the market for a new bike. Now, I am really at a loss on what to do about getting a new bike because I just do not know what type of bike to go for. I don't even know how much money I want to spend. What I'm thinking is I don't know whether to go for something like the Africa Twin Adventure Sport, the 1100, the new one, which I have always wanted. However, what's thrown a spanner in the works of that is Triumph have just brought out the new Triumph Tiger Explorer, and I really do like that bike. I took a trip over to the Scottish Motorcycle Show at Edinburgh recently, last couple of days, and they had one there, and ooh, what a bike. And the thing that really sells it for me is, one, its fuel range, and two, it's shaft driven, whereas the Honda Africa Twin isn't. And I must admit, I absolutely hate cleaning chains. So it's just pure idleness. But no, I'm simplifying things there. That Triumph Tiger, what a bike, really nice. The GT Pro Explorer, I can get both feet on the floor with it, and I'm really tempted to buy that. However, the thing that puts me off buying it, if I buy that, I cannot really justify keeping the Benelli any longer, because they are very similar bikes. They're both adventure bikes, and I just can't see the point in having both of them. And I don't really want to sell the Benelli because I absolutely love it. So the other option is that I'm looking at is going in the other direction and buying one of the big sports tourers. There aren't many about now, but I really do like the BMW 1600k GTR. Now, you know, both of those bikes, the Triumph and the Triumph and the BMW, are very expensive bikes to buy brand new. If I bought the BMW 16k GTR, I would want the new one because it's got the new dash on and the rear facing radar and all the nice little bits and bobs, the electronic suspension on it and everything. And but you know, I should imagine you're talking around about 20 grand for one of those type of bikes, and it's a lot of money to spend on a bike. Now, the other option is there, believe it or not, I've got another option what I'm thinking about. Now, I would really like to go touring abroad on our own bikes with me and the wife. However, my wife isn't really confident about going abroad on a bike. So one of the things I've been looking at are these Can-Am three-wheelers. And I know they're not a proper bike, everybody's screaming at the TV now, but it's horses for courses. You know, we would get a lot of use out of one of these Can-Ams, because one, I could run it through winter, because I have totally done away with my cars now. I don't have a car at all, because with working away all the time, the only time I ever use a car is in winter, and I might only be back for a couple of months in winter with my job. So, you know, I'm paying tax, you know, road insurance, all the things that you have to pay for a car, and I might be using it for 8 weeks a year. So it's just not worth me having a car. However, when my wife is at work and the weather's really bad, if I need to go somewhere, I'm stuck. You know, if it's snowed or if the roads are thick with ice, where we live out in the countryside is quite a lot of the time in winter. So, you know, I'm thinking I would get the use out of it in winter, and the wife could use it for going touring on when we go abroad. And it's just something different. And what I was thinking, if I was to go down the Can-Am route, I would buy a second-hand one, and then perhaps buy a second-hand touring bike as well, so I get the best of both worlds. But I don't know, they're a little bit of an unknown quantity, these Can-Ams. I've read up on them, and they're supposed to be very good. I believe the company is Canadian. They make a lot of snowmobiles, and you know, they're pretty hardy things, those snowmobiles. I think they also make small light aircraft engines as well. So I think they've got a Rotax engine in them, these Can-Ams. So I don't know if anybody's got any experience of Can-Ams out there. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section and let me know how you've gone on with it. Another thing that I'm hoping to do, depending on the weather, I might even do it over the next 3 weeks while I'm at home. I plan to have a ride up right far up north on the west coast to a place called, I think it's called Shagre Bay. And that's supposed to be a really nice wild camping spot there. And I wanted to do it last year, but obviously with the lockdowns and everything, it was really tough to get out and do a lot of things last year, as everybody knows. So I'm planning on shooting up there and perhaps, you know, just one long ride up, camp there overnight, and then one long ride back home. So that will be another one to look forward to. As always, if anybody has any requests, anything they would like me to have a look at and try and film for you, just let me know, because I'm always struggling for ideas on what I should or could be recording and what everybody is interested in. A lot of the videos, you can never gauge how the videos go down. You know, you shoot one video and you think, oh, nobody will be interested in this, and then, you know, it gets loads and loads of hits, loads of likes, and then you shoot other videos that you think, oh, this is going to go down really well, and it flops, nobody watches it. Oh wow, look at this, everybody, just look at this, stunning. So yeah, if you have any ideas or any requests, anything we want looking at, within reason of course, just let me know. Again, as I said, I'm planning on going away and doing a little tour. Most probably go to a location, hire a bike there and have a ride around. One of my bucket list places to go is Norway. I've always wanted to go touring in Norway, so that is, I'm not saying that I am going to do it, but it's definitely at the back of the mind at the moment. I know a lot of people have been to Tenerife. I've seen a lot of videos about hiring bikes in Tenerife and going touring, so that is another option. Let's just stop here and let this car pass, because I don't want to end up off the edge of the road like I did. Oh dear, that's soft. Oh, now he's turned over. Oh, this is dodgy. Oh, that's better. Wow, that was suffrage there. I sunk right down to the stand. That could have gone seriously wrong. I was having flashbacks then to the North Coast 500 tour I did last year. If anybody hasn't seen that video, I get pushed off the road by a camper van. Crazy stuff. So, where was I? Oh yeah, we were talking about places to go abroad, you know, and then if push comes to shove, I may just take my bike over there, might just jump on a ferry and go touring on my own bike. I don't know. It's all up in the air, nothing's been decided, so as soon as I make any plans, I will update you all and let you all know. Wow, look at this. Woohoo! That is one steep hill. I bet the GoPro isn't doing this justice, but that is a really steep hill. Give it some beans. Anybody who says the TRK is underpowered, I don't think so. I often talk about the power of the TRK. Yes, I think that TRK would benefit from having a lot more power, but it's not underpowered at the same time, so look at this. I think this must some sort of an equestrian place, and they have horses or something. Yeah, it looks like a big training track for horses, though. So it goes up the hill there, you can see. Very big horse owner community where I live. You can see them out on the roads all the time. They have big ride-throughs, big summer fetes where they all come out and ride through all the villages. And yeah, Kelso's only about, I don't know, 6 or 7 miles away from where I live. And God, they didn't want to give much room, did they? And yeah, there's a big racetrack at Kelso. I'm not really into it, it's not my kind of thing, but each to his own. Well, I'm really not too far away from home now, so I guess that I'm gonna wrap it up just around about here. We'll just get over this bridge. Hopefully this weather will stay with us. I think that we've got another couple of days of it according to the weather forecast, so I should be able to get out on the bike and get a bit more footage for you, do a few more videos, and I promise I will put a bit more thought into my next one. I will literally just jump on the bike, phone the cameras on and gone. I haven't planned what I was going to say or anything, so I do apologise if this video's been a bit lacklustre. Oh wow, everybody, look at this road, it's just amazing. Every road where I live is just an amazing road to ride a motorcycle. I am so lucky. Hopefully I will never have to leave this place. Oh, little birdie. Oh, look at this. Wow, everybody, look at that. That is one of the beautiful things about living out here as well. The wildlife is just amazing. We get deer that come into our garden. We've got birds of prey, we've got barn owls, we've even got otters in the brook and in the loch at the side of the house. It is just a wonderful place to live. I've actually had birds of prey. How we've just seen that bird flying in front of the bike. I've actually had birds of prey flying in that position where you can see the big yellow talons. There was another time when I was on my way to work and there was I'm not quite sure what type of owl it was. It was one of the really small breeds of owl. It wasn't much bigger than that bird you've just seen, and it actually flew right by the side of my head. I was literally looking like that and it was flying right by the side of the bike, and I just matched its speed and it went on what seemed like for ages. It was most probably only 30-40 seconds, but it just seemed like ages because it was so close to the bike. So yeah, I am so lucky to be living out here. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to wrap it up now, folks, because I am literally 10 minutes away from where I live. So I'd just like to say once again, all my thoughts, and I'm sure everybody else's thoughts and prayers are with the people of Ukraine. Absolutely terrible situation out there, and I'd also like to give a big thank you to everybody who's kept the faith with the channel. I will do my best to improve it and get better footage up for you as the year goes on. So all that's left to say is, if you have liked this video, please give it the big cheesy thumbs up. and subscribe. You do not get bombarded with emails, you won't get any contact from me whatsoever if you press subscribe. You're not paying for anything, it just helps the channel out. You know, the more likes and the more subscribes the channel gets, the more the videos will be pushed to the front of the queue by YouTube, and we can grow the community a little bit. So once again, thank you very much for keeping the faith. All that's left to say is everybody ride safe. Bike Rider Reviews out.